Okay, so finally, guys, this is gonna be the tour of my room. So I want to just start it off. I've been collecting for over 20 years. A lot of this stuff, believe it or not, I have not opened. I bought it when I was a kid. Well, I didn't buy it. My parents bought it for me, and ever since then, ever since I moved out, ever since I was on my own, I've been collecting more and more and more. And now that I realize this, my parents kept me in check until I got out of the house because, if you can tell, kind of went out of control. So, without further ado, I do want to start off at least in one particular area. So I'll start off at least here with the desk. Nothing much. This is where I usually do my videos. I don't have really too much to show off here other than my computer. These are the cards that usually come in, cards that have to be put away, but usually all of those cards I have to show off in video, and then I'll just start organizing them. There's all my stuff in the back. My nephew drew those. You're going to see some of the Legos. I know the lighting is pretty bad. But anytime I get new cards, I usually go here. It's a process that I do where I'll penny sleeve them and then put them in top loads, and then the hits I'll obviously put them in top loads, and then I'll organize them later. And then this is more hits as well, and then of course you'll see more cards in the back. It's about maybe 2 of these in the back, and then I know the lighting's pretty bad, and then you see more also in the back as well. So there's all of that. Let's see. And then right here we have ourselves my pop head wall. So the pop head wall is I'll just say this, I just barely got into pop heads actually not too long ago, maybe about 7 months ago. So I've been collecting them here and there. As you can tell, there's a whole bunch of them. And you'll see them around the room actually. I'll show you some more in a little bit, but just to give you a glimpse of what they are and what I have. Some of the special edition ones, some of the Walgreen special edition ones, the holocron of Yoda, and then there's the regular one at the top, the Fault Boy special, and then of course got a whole bunch of different ones of some of my favorite characters. And here's of course one of my favorite characters, cartoon characters, Jake the dog. And then we make our way here to at least the wall. You'll see some of the pennants, and then some of the photographs of some of the players I have met in the past. So Joakim Noah, Allen Iverson, there's this autograph, and then of course one of my favorites, meeting Isaiah Thomas in person. Whenever I have a chance, actually, I usually get whenever I have a chance to meet some of the players in person, we usually will have them inscribe to my wife and myself, and then have them inscribe something, a personal achievement or something like that, if it's not too expensive. So as you can see, Scottie Pippen was too expensive, so I didn't pay for it. But with Dennis Rodman, for instance, Rodman just went all out on that one, and it ended up being pretty cool. All these photographs are 16 by 20s, by the way, so that's just to give you an idea. And moving from pop heads to now the McFarlane figures, who have a whole bunch of them. And of course you're going to see some of the more recent ones and some old school ones. And then of course you'll see some random Star Wars stuff everywhere. So there's a AT-AT from the 1980s. And then we keep on moving and moving and moving. And of course there's more. And then of course random pop heads, of course. And then you see the shiny version, the shiny variant of the Darth Vader. I'm going to keep on going. One of my favorite McFarlane figures, the Kobe Bryant 5-time champion, 2-time MVP, Andrew Wiggins, Kevin Durant, and of course there's some more up there. And then we make our way over here. Shout out to Graham, because he's a huge Star Wars fan, so I got a whole area full of Star Wars toys, unopened, all from Episode 3, and I got some more up there from Episode 3 as well. And there's 3 rows of Episode 2 that go to the back, and then some of the Force Awakens ones, and then of course the Elite Black series of Kylo Ren. And of course here's some of the recent ones I did pick up as well. I've been picking them up, and the thing is I don't buy them off of eBay simply because it's not fun. I think it's a lot fun if you actually go and find them in person. I think that's what's got me into that hobby, at least of collecting toys. And then of course we have some of my books in the back. Everything is covered up with toys. A lot of these Legos you're going to see were made by my students, actually, because I have a Lego club at school. So what I do, I usually just buy the Legos and then I have them build the Legos for me, since I don't have enough time. So all of this is actually built by them. And of course you'll see some random memorabilia stuff here. A Wheaties box from the 2003 NBA Championship. Believe it or not, the Wheaties are still in that box. Here's the football I had back in college. I'm sorry, back in high school. I wish in college. I believe that was a game used ball as well. And then of course there's some more here and there. So pretty cool stuff. And then we make our way to the next shelf where it's more basketball oriented. Here's Mason Plumlee, and then the autograph is in the back, which I'm not going to move these. It's the old school Lego figures of NBA. And of course, C-Web in the back, game used floor, and the floor is actually right there. And I want to give a big shout out to Nick. This is a 1993-94 Portland Trailblazers autographed basketball. It has a whole basketball team from that year autographed on there. Jerome Kersey, who's one of my favorite players, at least from the 1999 Spurs championship team. And his autograph is on here. Unfortunately, since he passed away, it's very, very hard to find his autograph out there. And Nick, I owe you a lot for that, man. That's something pretty cool, and I really cherish that ball, so thanks a lot. And of course, we have a lot of my book cards. I will put them out here. Here's another shout out to Nick as well. He did send me this autograph of Greg Popovich. Shout out to Adam, to iClub500 for that card. And of course, here's some more memorabilia. Not memorabilia really, but just autographs, stuff from Spurs games. You'll see a lot of random stuff. Again, big shout out to Adam one more time. Some one-on-ones and Adam again. And I've had this since I was a kid. I believe this Michael Jordan stand is from what year? 1997? Yep, 97. And then funny thing is, if I show you this, I've had this for a long time with David Robinson. And I did, back when I was a kid, tape my very first Spurs my first Spurs tickets ever since I went to go see him. I've seen him plenty of times already, but that was my first Spurs game. Spurs against the Lakers back in 2002. Of course, the Lakers won that year, but we won that game in particular by over 30 points. So that was actually pretty cool. You know, we move over to the side. We have more Spurs stuff, more Spurs booklets. Here's an autograph right here of Boris Diaw. Got to meet him in person, and then I did pull this out so that I could show you guys some in-game autographs that I got where I went to go see the Spurs against the Mavericks. Right here you'll see Zaza Pachulia, Wesley Matthews, Charlie Villanueva, who else? JaVale McGee, Chandler Parsons, and then Darryl Armstrong, the assistant coach of the Mavericks, which is pretty cool. And of course we have some of the cards there. There's some McFarlane figures with the championship hats, and then there's the Duncan McFarlane, and then there's the Kawhi, and then some Wheaties boxes, and then this is one of my favorite photographs ever. Me getting a chance to meet one of my favorite players of all time, Allen Iverson. It's pretty cool. And then the Tim Duncan Lego. And of course there's more Wheaties boxes, more Legos that were made by my students, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. And then if I come in here, I just want to show off just one thing. I think I've shown it off before. I do have a lot of newspapers. All those newspapers, by the way, are from every single Spurs championship win since 1999. So those newspapers are quite old. And then I do have this in here. I think I've shown this off before, but the Reggie Lewis, one of my favorite pieces that I own, the Reggie Lewis autograph 8x10 photo. That's authenticated by Upper Deck. Pretty cool. Love it. One of my favorite things that I own. And then we move on. I think I already showed off the Star Wars stuff. I think I showed off all of this. Let's move on. I guess over here I guess with this, I'll show it off real quick. I'm still working on it. I'm going to try to get more of the rows. I'm trying to get all my short print cards in there. Not short print, but cool looking cards. Bowman Chrome, Topps Finest, and of course some of the gold cards from Panini. Right here in the back, you see more Star Wars stuff. If you didn't get the idea of this video, I guess I am a huge Star Wars fan. I'm also Lord of the Rings fan. So the Legos again were made by my students, and of course you see a lot of that stuff there that I've had for a long time. And you'll see the Emperor in the background right there. Of course, and we'll zoom out here. We have the card rack, essentially. I think I've shown this off before, where I have the card houses all organized by team. Every single card in here is penny sleeved. No numbered cards are in here. It's all regular rookie cards, regular base cards, all of that stuff. All numbered and base, numbered and very good base are all in here, all organized by team, as you can see. Let's see. The Lakers have their own box because I have way too many base cards of them. Spurs have a whole box, 5-row box, I believe, to themselves. Thanks to all the YouTubers who have ever given me base cards. It's all in there. And then on the top is all the hits, all organized by player, all organized too if they're Hall of Famer, retired players, autographs, memorabilia. That was when I had more time, by the way. I don't have as much time, unfortunately, anymore. And of course, the All-Star Game poster from last year, 2015. And then, of course, Magic Johnson autographed jersey with more pop heads. And of course, the hearts for the Star Wars. And then there's Rey, more Star Wars, the Lego Millennium Falcon made by one of my students. And then, of course, the castle in the back. And more cards. It's pretty cool. I never bring my nephew over here simply because he would want to open everything. And by the way, I'm showing you that sign in the back because I made my way to Fenway this past year, and I would love to go back again. And of course, last but not least, Kylo Ren, and of course, Love Buddha. So, but yeah, guys, that is the room. It's not that big. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of this stuff, again, it has a lot of sentimental value to me, so I'm just a big collector of anything, and I just love collecting. It's just my hobby, and I'm glad that I'm fortunate to actually continue to do it, although the funds are short. But it's just so much fun to go back, because every piece of item that is in here has a story to it. Almost every piece, I'll just say that. So alright guys, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. I hope you all enjoyed. You all take care.